Focusing on me, way from Tel Aviv. Barbados with the hustle pockets, LIDs. Distinctive destinations, all I want to see. Oceanfront residences, 3 different ones a week. Cause I deserve that, it's time to learn that. Mess around and put that thing up where your perm at. 6 figures every year, yeah, I earn that. At the front of this line is where my turn at.
Sometimes you need a friend, not the ones that just show up and don't put nothing in. You know the ones that lend their hand and want to see you win. When you come up on that lick, make sure you cut them in. And then, sometimes you need a foe. Oh. Men gon' lie, women gon' lie. You're looking for the truth and the numbers don't hide. Looking for the root of all evil, then you need to go open up the briefcase, see with your eyes. Everybody claim to be greatest of all times, but they never spend a day in the rain in the front line. No lie. Stop playing on my phone line. Pull up in the space coupe with the roof optional. Wonder why they follow suit. I've been groomed from the womb. Came out of my mama with some running tennis shoes. Faster than the speeding bullet. No, it's cool, it's cool. Don't play with it, baby. Say so what you gon' do with it? Stop playing with it. No. You gon' do it. Don't play with it, baby. Exactly. Yeah. Cause you ain't built like that. It's not a game.
It's been a wet and dreary day by the shores of Lake Erie, but we have football at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Cleveland Browns.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
2 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
57, Mike 57. Stay with your man.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
2nd and 13. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a 3rd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mostert. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 2nd down, Mostert. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
3rd and 4.
Here's Mostert, toss left side. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Defensively, they rally the troops to force 4th down after that 7-yard pickup back on 1st. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. First carry now for Nick Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Out to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Nice move at the 40, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10 now. Burrow. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack.
10-yard loss on the play. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and long.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And the pressure gets to him again. Jadeveon Clowney able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say, when you have obvious passing situations. Hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
57, Mike, 57. 3 bud.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
At the 12-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
First quarter.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on 3rd down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch to pick up the first. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. 2nd and 15. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's Jack Fox now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is brought in at the 21. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
At their own 29-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
It's a gain of 17 yards. And a 49er first down.
A run for Nick Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 23 yards the pickup there. I tell you, there is no antidote for speed, even at the quarterback position, as he keeps it himself and turns it into good yardage.
And it still takes time for a defender to react, even as quarterbacks carry the ball more and more in today's NFL. They're still a little bit in disbelief and realize, oh my goodness, he's running with the ball. He may be 8, 10, 12 yards downfield at that point.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
First down, 49ers.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
It's a gain
of 5 on the play, and it'll be second down.
At the 13-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. That's out to Chubb, complete. And this carry, despite the good move, will be stopped short of the 10. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the 49ers are going to be set up with a first and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Second and goal from the 1. Here's Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Big play coming here. It's third and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
San Francisco.
Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. A good hold in these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Mitch Wishnowsky to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wishnowsky to boot it away following the touchdown. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
22-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And in a spot like this, still more than a minute, I think if you put something on the board before halftime, that would go a long way towards helping them get back into the game.
There actually is something to the psychology of the game at times, isn't there? How much better would they feel running into the locker room, as you noted, with something on the board in a positive fashion? You're exactly right. It's a great opportunity to get that done.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's a toss play right to Mostert. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They're going to look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll run the toss to Mostert. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taken in at the 11. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch,
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
So the first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. 57.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They will find Davis. That's complete. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw now on first down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And the penalty certainly makes things tougher here as they try again. Third and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. And that one, my goodness, that was almost too easy.
Yeah, and you're not going to have too many attempts shorter than that one. I don't think anyone got a finger on it. That's about as bad a miss as you can have.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
He was brought down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
25-yard line.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On third down, Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Back to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
The 12-yard line.
Here's Mostert. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Good. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
It's now 2nd and 6.
On the ground, it's Chubb.
29-yard line.
It's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
First down, San Francisco.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run. Chubb. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
9 yards. First down.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Pass slip. There he goes, right side.
It don't matter.
Touchdown, 49ers. A great play there. 50 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. Finally here in the second half, that got done.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. They find some open field here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
6-yard pickup.
A gain of 6 there on first.
At the 46-yard line.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Mostert. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 4.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Looking into the raindrops, and he muffs it. And this is picked up by the Browns. So not only do they get the fumble recovery on the punt, but now look at this field position. He almost took it the distance.
And the ability to not just make the play, but turn it into something big, that's what coaches harp on all the time. How do we create big plays that'll change the game? And that may have been one that just did.
They'll run with Mostert. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Chubb. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They run again on first down. Chubb takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
The Niners on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. That's out to the left and complete. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. He'll get 17 on that one, and the Niners have a first down. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on third down. Even better decision.
Now they try the right side here. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards there, first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll run with Chubb, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the 49ers have moved out in front. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Niners 21. Browns.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
First down, 49ers.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Chubb. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Taken down.
Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
They're going to run the jet sweep on 3rd down. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook, and I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. Here's the option. I'm assuming they're keeping this football on the ground, right?
I would think so because you're looking at the clock. That's in your favor. You look at the geography of the field, right, where you are. That's in your favor as well. Keep it on the ground. Keep pounding. Run that clock down. You got everything working in your direction.
3rd and goal. They're going with Chubb. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
The kicker on
Nick Chubb taking it in. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that in? And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Taken down.
Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. Corey Davis, the intended receiver. But now it'll be 3rd down.
3rd down and 14.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley, and they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
They'll take over.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. run for Nick Chubb. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. And again, it's Chubb. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. That one looks like he'll throw here. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Did he just clock that? Looked like he tried to stop the clock, but the clock wasn't even moving. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. This will be caught at about the 6. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. So the victory here for San Francisco. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for the Niners, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the L.A. Rams. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain, pain. Can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, could count on my power and look at my dogs from. Way back, but you won't win it. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I live in bottom this pickup. Being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did the lady go miss? Ay, how she was magic, she mixed.